What is going on, you guys? Lou back at it again with another video. Now today's video is to talk about a playoff update video. I do have a coaching video that I have cooking up. I'm trying to work on it, see how I'm gonna do it. It's gonna be just an episode of all coaches. All right, so I'm gonna get that for y'all soon. Check that out when it comes out. But in this playoff update, there is some games going on currently. Actually, there is a game that's in quarter number 1, and then there's a game that's in the halftime. Now, my playoff update is going to basically be my thoughts about, what it's looking like playoff-wise, am I surprised by certain things, etc. All right, now let's talk about the West first. Now, the first series that we're going to talk about is Houston versus Minnesota. Now, it went real easy for Houston. Houston kind of cruised to that. Everyone played well, and it was an easy game. The thing I must say is that just the stars from Minnesota are not playing up to par. That's all I can really say about that. There was some good defense really at first, but then it just kind of went downhill and they weren't making buckets. So that kind of sucked. But, it went as expected. All right, OKC versus Jazz. Now, that's actually a really good series there, I think, because honestly, the Jazz came out really, really hot in that second game. And they showed OKC, like, hey, you're not going to do us how you did us in game 1. A lot of people had great games. And honestly, if they play like that, I mean, this is going to be a 7-game series possibly. We're going to see what happens. But that wasn't too bad, honestly. I was really surprised on how Donovan Mitchell came out. He came out aggressive, and he came out making buckets, and he did some things for them. Now, this is one of the most shocking series probably of the whole playoffs for me. Not on the outcome possibly, because when it came to this matchup, I think either team could have got the dub, honestly, on the series. But on how it's going completely, this is going to be possibly a sweep for the Pelicans. Pelicans might sweep Portland. Now, I thought when this series came up, I thought maybe 6-7, and it could be close. Honestly, I really did. But, Pelicans are really making it easy, okay? Mirotic is playing great for them. Drew Holiday's playing amazing. Playoff Rondo came out, and AD is, of course, AD. So that series is going so different than I thought. Damian Lillard is getting locked up, and no one is quite stepping up. There's players that are doing good things for Portland, but there's no one that's really taking that spot and saying, I'm going to completely take over this game and do something for, Portland. So it's going different than I expected. I was very surprised by it. San Antonio versus, I told y'all, what I'm saying? It's going to go down like that, man. It's ridiculous. 3-0. The Spurs are definitely outmatched for sure, all right? They're 100% outmatched, and this is what happens. And now, Toronto versus the Wizards, all right? Now, obviously, Toronto has a 2-0 lead, and this is one of those series that I said that Washington could possibly get an upset. But it didn't quite go that way, all right? Now, as of right now, from where I'm recording this video at, the game is in quarter 1 with 9 minutes and 34 seconds. It's 5-2 Raptors up, so I don't have really much to say on how game 3 is going so far for them. But, Washington has to connect. The chemistry has to be there. They got to connect. They got to play, as a team and not just think because, their chemistry is disconnected that one of them has to step up individually and think that they have to do anything. They have to go pass the ball around, get some smart shots up. I haven't really even watched a series, but from what I could tell, no one's really, connecting. All these, posts that I'm seeing, reading the news and stuff, highlights, it just doesn't look right, all right? I'm not feeling what they're doing, all right? If they come out with the talent that they just have, I think they would be 100% more better. Now, Cleveland versus the Pacers, all right? Now, this game is actually on right now, and it is at halftime, and Cleveland is up by 17 points. Now, I'm not even checking the scores, honestly, yet, so I don't even know who's doing work. But from that score, it looks like LeBron's turning up, Kevin Love, and, et cetera, whoever else is doing their thing. But they're cruising through that right now. And you know why? Because the talent on Cleveland is still better than the Pacers. The Pacers, they definitely made it farther than anybody ever thought this season. Wherever they're at right now is definitely still an accomplishment, all right? They're still doing big things for, what everyone else thought. So I think they should still definitely be happy. And if they lose to Cleveland, who cares? I mean, if they beat Cleveland, that's going to be a crazy upset that no one probably predicted. Philly versus Miami. Honestly, man, Philly came out. They were making buckets. Miami couldn't hold it. And honestly, Miami was missing bad shots. Miami took some hard shots and also missed some bad shots. Sometimes even got open looks and completely missed. There was a lot of useless turnovers that they could have probably stopped. And at the same time, they just couldn't hold the three. There was people making just threes all the time, and then people just driving straight to the basket, and they couldn't get it. So Miami's looking kind of like bad in that instance, but we're going to see how they play next game. If they can kind of tie the series up, there's still a chance that they could even win the whole series. Boston versus the Bucks. All right, now this game is actually on today. I'm excited for my boys to play. The momentum that we're bringing in right now after game 2, we got to keep the pressure going like that. People like those Terry Rozier, Jaylen Browns, you know what I'm saying? They got to keep stepping up the way they are. And, you know, just that goes for everyone on the team. As long as everyone eats, we can make something happen. We have good ball movement, and we got to keep the defense on. Honestly, the Bucks, they just need to be able to shoot the 3 better. They got to be able to make some baskets as well. So, I don't know. We're going to see what happens. But, you know, the Bucks, they seem so unexperienced in the playoffs that it's actually a negative for them right now because they're just not playing, you know, to par. A lot of players need to step up for the Bucks. You know, Eric Bledsoe is definitely not doing his thing. And I thought that was one of those guys when they added him to the Bucks. I thought he was going to be one of those guys that can actually do something for them, that he can give them some good defense and he can actually be another scorer for Giannis. But it honestly hasn't worked out that way. They played very well when he first got to that team, and he's had moments that he's played amazingly, but it's just not going great. I wanted to talk about for the Pelicans for a quick second because there's a lot of rumors now going around that, you know, DeMarcus Cousins has already settled on saying that he's going to re-sign with the Pelicans. And I thought that was a really good thing because basically the Pelicans are proving to DeMarcus like, hey, this is a good situation here. We actually got a couple decent guys here that you can play with. And if we can get this sweep, this is a lot to show to you that we, you know, are ready to actually be in this moment. And I think DeMarcus Cousins is going to see that and be like, yeah, this is the team I want to be on. And it's also another thing to a lot of guys, you know, going into free agency. Like, look at the Pelicans. They have a star in AD. They got somebody in Drew Holiday who is a starting point guard. Meritage, who is someone who is getting better every year, who is very young still. And I think that is all going to be adding up because that's not even just all their players. Those are just a couple guys that I'm able to think off the head right now. So they got things that are cooking up. And I think some teams need to go and look at that. I think a lot of teams should be scared, you know, when DeMarcus comes back, and also should be scared for any free agents that sign there because they're going to get even more dangerous, all right? So that's going to be it for this video. If you guys enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe for more. I'm out.